Hello folks, in today's video we are once again diving into the unofficial official Wuchang Facebook page, whose admin claims to have been hands-on with Wuchang already, and for all intents and purposes, that does seem to be the case. Anyway, for today, we have a sneak peek into all of the armor sets available within the first chapter of Wuchang. There are roughly 10 sets in total, or at least we have 10 or so to look at for today. To start us off, we have the Palace Maid. Now, it's important to remember that all armor sets do come with different mitigations and stats, meaning as revealing as you'll want your armor sets to be, you will have to decide whether it's worth the hit or not. Up next, we have Harem, and just like the Palace Maid, this one will appeal to players for reasons outside of combat. I'll be interested to see if the mitigations and resistances are reflected in the more revealing armor sets or not. Moving on, we have Centurion. Now, this is the complete opposite of the previous two sets. Not only does it not reveal anything, but it also doesn't highlight body shape or anything of the sort, which is quite good to see. I honestly want a healthy mix of customization within Wuchang, and whilst I'm not much of a fan for this particular set, I'm glad it's not all just spandex and thongs. Up next, we have the Priest, and honestly, I thought it would just be funny to go straight back to the revealing armor sets after what I literally just said. If this armor set does offer any decent physical damage mitigations, then my immersion will be broken, and frankly, I will find it hard to reassume the role of a middle-aged Chinese pirate bird lady, so fingers crossed, we will be getting one shot when running this set. Moving on, we have Ming Army, which is a little bit more my speed. Personally, I'm a sucker for heavier armor sets, and I'm excited to see what options are going to be available later on down the line. I'll likely find myself using this one if the stats reflect its look, and as far as I'm aware, Wuchang has no weight mechanics, so I'm unsure as to whether there is any advantage/disadvantage to different armor sets outside of mitigations and resistances. Up next, we have Ascetic, which is mostly back to the revealing side of armor sets, only this time, most likely scratching that emo itch along the way also. Not much else to say here, have at it lads. Moving on, we have the Yaohang Thief. Honestly, this makes Wuchang look like a pauper boy from the back streets, and I've never quite understood why some games include such boring and undesirable designs. I don't necessarily mind them, but I still don't get it. Up next, we have the Centipede, which of course falls right into the top spot for being the edgiest armor set thus far. This one looks like it may sport solid damage mitigations and or resistances, and it does get me excited for more armor sets that may lean into the more absurd and unorthodox art styles, and it's also very nice to see the likes of this set included, meaning we can expect more sets outside of the more grounded style we've seen thus far. Moving on, we have the Pirate, which I have to say is my favourite set so far. I'd hazard a guess it sits somewhere in the middle ground for mitigations and resistances. I imagine it will be quite popular earlier on, as it strikes a decent blend across the board in terms of aesthetic, edginess, and remaining grounded. But yeah, my favourite so far. Up next, we have Embroidery, which if I'm not mistaken is Wuchang's default armor set, or at least the armor set she can be found wearing in the vast majority of cover art and the like. So I would assume you do get this very early on, if not immediately, but I am unsure as to how the first few moments within the game play out. Moving on, we have this armor set right here that does not come with a name. However, we can see it matches the outfit on the Perfect Bride boss, Fang Ling, indicating this armor set may be a reward for that particular boss fight. Regardless, it falls right in line with the revealing armor sets, which has us at about a 50-50 split so far, and I will be interested to see if we end up with more revealing armor sets than not, but who knows. Additionally, we also have these armor sets from the... Oh, how'd that get in there? We do also have these 4 armor sets from the deluxe edition of the game, which offer a wider range of customization, mitigation, and resistance options. They do differ enough to remain unique, however, I'm only really interested in 1 or 2 myself. And then we do of course have 2 more sets available through the pre-order bonus, being these 2 right here. Now, there is probably a handful of other armor sets floating around in random footage here and there, but this is what is confirmed to be within Chapter 1, as well as the pre-order and deluxe bonuses for the game. And as I said before, these do only appear to have mitigations and resistances and do not appear to offer any other tactical advantages. However, the Facebook page admin has said in a previous post that some of the armor sets do come with negative effects due to how inherently strong they are. So we'll just have to wait and see what that truly means. Anyway, that is just about it for today's video, folks. I'll be back in a day or 2 with more Wuchang, but in the meantime, I have a range of guides and news videos on the channel, so do feel free to stop on by and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.